Hi everyone, how is everybody doing? Look at this beautiful, gorgeous summer day. There's a nice breeze in the air, and I'm just sitting on my veranda, just taking a moment for myself, a cup of coffee, and just having a look at everything, how it's blooming, and just taking a moment to smell the roses. Checking on my lazy Susie here, black-eyed Susie, and see what needs watering, admiring this beautiful purple basket that I have, checking the soil on my ferns, and just enjoying a slow morning. Just admiring all my hard work and how beautiful my porch looks. And yeah, what do you guys have planned for today? I think I'm going to do a 5-minute quote tidy on my back porch garden near the kitchen. We stepped out for a little bit. The rain was coming. We had a lazy morning. Had to just drop off something at Walmart. Went quickly to Value Village. Nothing there. Nada. It was empty and nothing was going on. So I'm just waiting to see if the rain is coming. Is it not? Looks like a huge storm cloud. Like, it was scary. But it got really quiet. That was the scary part. So yeah, I want to do a 5-minute tidy of my back kitchen garden. So I'm so not impressed with these peonies this year. It was really cold, then a lot of rain, and then the heat came in. So this was bloomed maybe 2 weeks. That's it. Normally we have them for a month. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prune these. They're all done. Yeah, prune them for next year. Let me do that now. Actually, prune is the wrong word. Deadhead is the right word. Pruning, you're pruning trees and cutting back flowers. But yeah, let's deadhead these. That's the word to use. You're not pruning these right now. As much as I'm disappointed, actually, I heard today on a gardening show that peonies only bloom like 2 to 3 years into their growth, even 5. So I just planted these last year and they bloomed beautifully. Yes, there was only 3 flowers, but they were magnificent, so I shouldn't complain. I did get a show. So yeah, let's let's deadhead these, and hopefully next year it'll be even more spectacular. So I'm looking at these cosmos and look how gorgeous they are, but I feel like the pot I put them in is a little too small. So what I think I'm gonna do is, just like with these ones, I put them in a bigger pot. I have another one that matches, and I think I should replant it. I want them to really thrive and spread. So yeah, and they're kind of like taking over the view here. So I was going to put them in a smaller pot, put them here, but I think it's time to change this little area up and clean it up. Look how much better it looks. I should have done it from the beginning. I just forget how cosmos spread out and how they gain height. It looks so pretty. This one has to catch up, but that's okay. Look how pretty. And now this is more exposed and not covered with the cosmos. Hopefully they do well here all by themselves. And now I'm gonna put the common lantana right into this one and put it in that spot where the cosmos were. This beautiful beggar ticks, I think it's called. I've left it way too long in this plastic thing from the nurseries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the dead ends, deadhead it. Some I had to do with scissors, some I can use by hand. Let's plant it up, water it, and let's see if we can save it. I totally forgot about her, and she's beautiful. Look how nice the white, yellow, and the blue looks. Yeah, let's give her. She was just left in the corner, unattended. She was being watered, but not, sitting in this plastic thing. It just suffocates them. Okay, that looks good. Let's get rid of this one too. Dead leaves. Give her some rich soil. And let's try to save her. And here's another one that I forgot about. Her name is Cineraria. Again, she was getting water, but sitting in a plastic container. I've cut off the dead, and let's put her in a taller pot. We'll put her in the tall pot and the other one in the shorter pot because she spreads vertically, I think. Horizontally. Yeah, horizontally, where this one goes vertically. So let's do that. Get some rainwater going. So let's call this segment 5-minute garden tidy. So like here on this geranium, I'm getting rid of a lot of like burnt leaves or big, huge leaves that are taking up energy. See that? This is the one that I winterized, and it's doing really well. Let's spin her around. Let's get rid of all these dead, affected leaves. Give the soil air. Give the plant air so the roots can breathe. It doesn't need all that foliage. This yellow melapodium is doing so good. So good. Beautiful yellow. Little daisies almost, right? Should have gotten more. I just really love this in my garden. Look at that. Look how healthy. So in our little tidy, we're going to move things around, see where things go. Look how beautiful the salvia is doing. No need for deadheading yet. I paired her with begonias, white. She looks really pretty. I love purple and white. Yeah, everything is going great there in that pot. Let's move these pots around according to height. And this one's going to go more here. This one there. there, I think. Yeah. Let's look back. I have no method. I just go by how it looks and like the height of the flower. See how tall it is? You don't want to put it in the front. I don't know if I like that terracotta pot. All of them are kind of porcelain. And it's the same size pot as that one there. So let me play around with this. So see what I did there? I'm kind of hiding the full terracotta one so it doesn't stand out of these groupings because they're all porcelain. And I think that looks better because that was bothering my eye. Even though the spot was better, visually that was bothering me. It's too much terracotta amongst all these porcelain glazed. Okay, visually we are here. I feel like those rabbits are too scattered. They need to be beside their mama. Let's fix that. So I'm definitely not OCD, but when I see something like this where there's a big leaf coming over from the plant next to it, I'm gonna remove them. There we go. So that way it's not taking from this beauty. See, that looks so much better. Let's tuck this one here. So also with this 5-minute tidy, we're gonna sweep the patio here so it looks revived and clean and fresh. What I should be using is a blower, but Milo the cat is here somewhere and I don't want to scare him, and I know that freaks him out. So I'll do it later when he's not around. I love it. I love it. What I should be doing is taking before and after pictures or videos. I don't know why I don't do that. But this was meant to be just a tidy plant, 2 plants, deadhead, water. And so now it looks more like a summer garden. Before it was more springy. Now it looks more summery because everything is just in full bloom and in its glory. So I did love the cosmos more here because every time I'm coming in through the back here, I get to see them and they were right in my eyesight line. Now I gotta kind of look to the right, but they do look glorious in these tulip planters, glazed. I got these at Home Goods and they're gorgeous. And they have more room to breathe, so I have to think of it that way. And then my herb garden is doing really well. Love that. I'm not sure where I should keep that. Let me think on this. There's also this view from the other side of the patio. I had to make a water little station for the birdies that had the nest here. They were coming here every night, washing and drinking. I saw other birds, doves, so this came in handy. I just put it together really quick. I have another bird bath here, but bigger birds were coming here. There was blue jays and cardinals. A crow even came. It was a hot week and it's gonna be hot again tomorrow, so I gotta make sure there's fresh water there for them. And I gotta wash this one up because there's algae just overnight. That's how hot it's been. I really love this Linderheimer's bee blossom, I think it's called. Look how beautiful it's shooting its antennas out. It's around a geranium there. And then let's admire this canna lily. Look how glorious the blooms are. She's dropping flowers because it's so hot. But she's doing really, really well. And look how pretty this color is. It looks like a salmony kind of hue. And then petunias purple, begonias there. And then I'm really surprised at this Indian jasmine. It's not really growing really fast. It's in sun here a lot. I put this tomato holder upside down just to give her somewhere to trail. So yeah, she's just getting her first bloom. I could already smell it. It's beautiful, even though it's not fully opened. Even the bacopa, I think so, bacopa purple is not really blooming. Again, I think it's just the heat. It's in survival mode. I've been really keeping up with watering. I haven't gone anywhere overnight over this heat. And yeah, it's not blooming. I've planted no tomatoes this year. I don't know, just everything is behind. The weather didn't start off right and it just spiraled from there. No strawberries in that pot either. So my dream is to have a garden somewhere here. There's enough grass here that I can just section that area off. It gets all day sun. It's almost 7:30 now, 8 o'clock, and it's still coming through. Yeah, this would be a great area for a little kitchen garden. I was looking for garden beds. They were so expensive, and I don't have anybody that's handy or has time to make me garden beds. I have a few ideas. Some are in the ground, some are in garden beds. So we'll see, maybe next year. Yeah, maybe next year. There's a tree stump right there, and I saw a video on Facebook. You put a cylinder around it, start a fire, and that stump will burn all the way to the ground. So perfect. I don't have to get anybody to come in and get rid of that. The fence is going to be redone soon. That's on the to-do list. But yeah, this would be such a fabulous area for a kitchen garden. As we're talking, I'm going to put ideas up so you see what I'm talking about and what I'm envisioning. So the other thing I did was dehead all the peonies. They were done. Again, not a great season. Very disappointed, even though the blooms were beautiful, but they didn't last. I have a few projects on the go as I'm filming. So I went through and cut all those. Well, they're not, remember in the spring they were all flowers. So I cut it down. Now I had to stop there because I have a lot of ostrich ferns and I want to keep them. So I got to go by hand, one by one, and remove all the weeds and keep the ostrich ferns so that they spread and this whole area will be the ferns. So that's another project on the go. Okay, so my 5-minute tidy of my little kitchen garden here is all complete. I think it looks beautiful. I love the heights, the colors. I said I wasn't going to do colors. I was just going to stick to white, green, purple, and white. But how could I have not included these beautiful yellow flowers? And that one there. Look how beautiful they look. And my little rabbit family is nice and cleaned up. Now just gonna water everything. Tomorrow is gonna be another hot day, so I want them to be prepared for the hot weather. I probably shouldn't have cut the grass because it's already yellowing, but it was starting to look untidy, and I hate that on the weekend. I really hate. I love fresh cut grass. I got to cut it myself. I got to exercise, and I went all the way to the back. I cut the front yesterday, so I did it in stages. The other side all the way there I'll do tomorrow or the next day. And look how lovely it looks. So my only regret is those two urns. I wanted color, but it's not giving me the vibe that I want. I always put ferns there so they flow over on the sides, and it just looks so lovely. So I'm gonna have a look at my local nursery and see if they have ferns. Let me show you what I mean. So I only wanted to switch it up just because to switch it up and have a little bit of color, but they look sad. These pots look sad. And I don't want to spend a lot of money because there's a lot of shade here. And so if I put a lot of color plants, it's not going to do well. So I think I should stick to either regular ferns or what's the other ferns? The tall ones. Yeah, I was second guessing myself. Queen Anne ferns. But I think I should stick to the drapey, overflowing view here. So let me show you one with what's there and one with the fern. So these impatiens are doing well. I'm just not liking their style here. They were on sale at Walmart, and I just thought, let me save some money and get some color in them, and I should have known I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm not disappointed in the flower. I'm just, this urn needs something draping over. Okay, let me show you. See what I mean? Just a simple fern looks so much better. It's flowing out of the pot onto the sides. It looks more grand and a nicer statement from far away than those tiny little flowers. You're never going to hear me saying I don't like a flower. It's just there's a place for each one. You know what I mean? And I think this looks so much better with the ferns. So I'm going to go get some ferns and just be done with it. And, you know, they should be a lot cheaper now than before. They had them at Costco for $20. That was a great price, but I think they're $20 everywhere now. So yeah, I should have stuck with what I like. Sometimes you get an idea and you want to just, oh, this is my budget and I'm not going to go over it. And then you're not happy anyway and you end up spending the money. You know, when you have a beautiful backyard like this, you got to, enjoy it and show it off. And I want you guys to have a beautiful view when I show you these things. So as much as I love the impatiens, I'm going to put them somewhere else. Right? I think you guys all agree. And then usually I have these blue huge pots around the pool. They're usually done up and they're glorious now. And I didn't even do that because I didn't know if we were going to open the pool up. And I still don't know 100%. So those need to be done up. I'll show you what I had last year. It was glorious. But I have to say, I did not want to spend the money. They were, what were they, 39 or 49 at Costco. And what I had was, look at the picture. They were the mandavillas, and I put a trellis in, like some sticks, and made it into a trellis, and they looked fabulous. I just got these from my weekend garden center. She gave them to me. Lorraine was kind enough to give me a few flowers as gifts, so I gotta plant these up still. Let's check on my herb garden. I made baked potato on the barbecue and steak, and it was so nice to have homegrown chives. They were delicious. And then at lunchtime, I had a tuna salad with beautiful tomatoes from the farm. And then I had fresh basil and onion, cucumber, and it was so nice to have everything that's kind of homegrown. So lovely. I'm so happy I saved the hydrangeas from that blistering sun. That was very quick thinking of mine to put them in the shade on those days. And I think tomorrow is going to be another hot, blistering day, which we don't usually get here. And the sun was just frying them. They look beautiful and revived. And all I had to do was put them in the shade, give them a good watering, like a good soaking. I wasn't there with the hose. I took a bucket and gave it like, whatever that bucket is, 5 liters. I just dumped it in there gently, so not to disrupt the soil. And there's holes on the bottom, so it drained, not to, drown it either. But they look beautiful. And there's the sunset. Look at my honeysuckle there. Look how beautiful it looks. I could smell it from here. My clematis is there. My fern, those yellow little petunias up there. Right there, so pretty. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at the sunset. Oh, that looks so lovely. And the trees above and the sky. What a blessed day it is. Just lovely.